Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Holistic Health and Hot Mamas. Hi, Brooklyn. So the two hot mamas are back. It's me and Brooklyn. And thanks, everybody. We're looking forward to see who's going to tune in. And like we determined, we're going to start out with our celebrations. And I can't wait to hear about your week and what happened with your sister and being reunited. So I'm going to throw it to you because I think that's exciting.
So this week, I got to meet my oldest sister. Now, I'm older than her, but I have two sisters. She's the oldest, not by the same parent. And I got to meet her for the very first time this week. She came in on Thursday and left Sunday. It was not enough time. She's literally my mini-me. It was absolutely wonderful to meet her. We have so much in common, and we look so much alike. It is absolutely crazy. Y'all can see pictures on my Facebook page and my business page because everyone who follows me on my business page has been asking. So I've been keeping everybody up to date, but we had a lot of fun, and we celebrated my son's birthday this weekend. And so she got to come in for that. Trip was so excited. My brother, one of my brothers got to come in too on the other side. And so they got to meet each other. And it was just wonderful to have both of them here. It was more than I ever even imagined. So we had a lot of fun. And and I got my signs ordered for my new store. And I got my store finished as far as my to-do list. And so that was a lot of fun. And I'm celebrating because it's such a huge weight off of my shoulders. And so now I'm just ready to focus on the lives and, doing all the fun stuff in the store. So I am huge celebrating this week.
All right. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. And I did see the pictures, and not only does she look like you just were both radiant. You were just beaming and looked like you were having such a fabulous time. So it's certainly, I was celebrating.
Oh, thank you.
So on my end, I graduated from. I am now a clinical hypnotherapist and a board certified NLP, neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. So I graduated, and it was exciting, and I'm going to be evolving that and melding that into my coaching practice. So I'm excited for that. We had another family party. We had another unexpected, and one of my cousins came in from Minnesota. We haven't seen him in about 2 years before COVID, and he came in for the weekend unexpectedly. So we had a great party there. And I have a surprise for you, actually. So another celebration is Holistic Health and Hot Mamas is now officially on TikTok. So I'm going to share that with you later. So yes. And just the fact that I was able to figure that out and navigate it, I need some advice and guidance. But I got us on there, so we're on.
Yay! I'm so excited.
So perfect. So let's do a follow-up of our questions. I don't know if we had many questions last week on the show, but you said that you have had a lot of questions, and one of them actually I've been very interested in, and I actually purchased before you even told me about it, the lash serum. I'd love to hear more about that.
So I get a lot of questions sent to me through text or DM on different social media platforms. And two questions that I've gotten a lot lately is about a natural lash serum. They don't all work, but a lot of them do. Just because it doesn't have chemicals in it does not mean that it doesn't work. I have one right here from a pharmacy, and this is one that I carry in the store, and I have used it for 2 years now. It uses a capixyl serum, and I know y'all can see the bottle, but I don't know if y'all can see let me find my camera. It's a capixyl serum, this word right here. And it works. If you have one that is made with a capixyl serum, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that if you use it like you're supposed to, at least every day. I keep mine next to my toothbrush. And so I use it when I brush my teeth in the morning and when I brush my teeth at night. And as long as you're using it consistently, it will work. You just have to, have patience. I think the first time I started using it, it maybe took 3 weeks for me to see a difference, like a big difference, but they do work.
So, so what do you mean by work? I don't know if everybody knows. I mean, are they supposed to lengthen your lashes, strengthen them? What is the premise?
So it's going to make your lashes healthier. And I'm really glad that you asked that because you just reminded me of something else I wanted to say about it.
That's why we're such a good team.
Yeah. So, okay, this one, and I think most of them are made very similarly as far as how you apply them. I can put it on like a liner and a mascara. And then you can also go in and put it on your brow like a brow mascara. And it's going to lengthen your lashes. It's going to keep them healthy. And it's going to keep them strong. It will thicken them if you have really thick lashes and they've thinned, they will grow back. If you had long lashes and you wore lash extensions and it stunted their growth, they're going to grow back quicker. Now, if you didn't, you'll see more growth in your short, thin lashes, but it may take a little bit longer. You just have to use it consistently. I had my lash lady, because I like a natural lash extension because I'm lazy and don't like to wear mascara. She recommended that I continue using my lash serum even with my lash extensions on. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, isn't that going to hurt my lash extensions? Like, I've never done that before. No. Even if you have lash extensions on and you have a natural lash serum, it is not going to bother your extensions at all. It's going to help keep your natural lashes from being unhealthy due to the lash extensions. It's going to help keep your natural lashes strong so they can hold on to the lash extension. You're going to get more for your money with your lash extensions, and they're going to last longer. And so I recommend it 100%. Just because we wear mascara, we wear eyeliner, we wear eyeshadow, we have lash extensions or strip lashes, and we're doing so much to our eyes and in turn our lashes. And so you're just putting vitamins back into your lashes and keeping them from, just like with our hair, with our color and our products and heat that we apply to our hair, we have to put something back into it. And so it's just kind of the same thing.
All right, great. I want to show this comment, and Katie's joining us, and thank you, Katie. She'd like to know, what is your business page? She'd love to look at, and I believe that she said that she wanted to look at you and your sister. So I think this is not sweet. So thanks for joining us, Katie. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much.
No listeners. So tell her where she can take a peek.
So you can take a peek at La Fleur Couture, and can I comment on here? Or do I have to do that later?
No, I can. I don't know if you can.
I cannot, but if you want to comment, because I know La Fleur is kind of hard to spell.
Okay. I got it. So it's La Fleur Couture.
La Fleur Couture.
Mm-hmm. All right, great. All right, perfect. And then, Justin is on here, and he's saying he's not a big fan of makeup. Do you have the comments on? Can you see the comments?
I can. I just turned them on. Some girls have a hard time with it.
I don't know. Let's post that in there.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Let's see.
So great. So then, do you have any? I thought you wanted to cover another topic too. Well, what about the self tanners?
Yes. Okay. So before we get into the self tanners, I wanted to talk about. I've gotten a ton of questions about laser hair removal over the last couple of weeks, and this week in particularly because I had my appointment. I go every 6 weeks, and people are wondering, Does it hurt? Is it expensive? How long does it last? Is it actually effective? So it doesn't hurt me anywhere except for just a couple of places. Like in your more sensitive areas, it's going to be a little more sensitive. It's a little hot. The laser is hot, but the machine is cold. So sometimes you don't even notice because they're like canceling each other out. I have been going for almost a year, and I've seen a huge difference. I don't have to shave my legs. I don't have to shave my arms. It really just cuts everything down, and I highly recommend it. It is one of the best purchases I have made beauty wise. They have packages over here where I'm from, and I'm sure that they have packages just about everywhere. I know that's a very popular thing to do, is offer packages as far as laser hair removal goes and spa treatments in general. And from my lashes down, I get lasered and I love it. And I don't have to worry about shaving, and I don't like, to have hair. And so it's been wonderful. I do recommend it. I haven't had any adverse reactions to it, and it's definitely worth the money. If you buy it in a bundle, you're going to save money. And you get, several treatments in your bundle. Some people offer a lifetime package, and that's what I did. So I paid one time. I never have to pay again, and I can go until I am 100% satisfied, and I highly, highly recommend it.
So what is the objective? So I assume it's different from electrolysis. It's just a laser light that's going across your body. And how often do you have to go? And
So I go every 6 weeks.
Okay. And then what is the end game? That eventually you no longer have to go and there's not hair anywhere.
Anywhere except for my lashes and my brows and my head.
All right, well. Okay, that's an interesting concept. So no more shaving, which would be great.
No more shaving.
And it infects, the hair falls out of every area uniformly.
Yes.
Or not necessarily uniformly. And then what happens in the initial stages? A little bit grows, some grows back, and then you go back to another treatment. Now, do you shave in between in the beginning, or?
In the beginning, I did, because you want to shave right before you go, because if the laser finds hair, it hurts worse. So if you're clean shaven, it doesn't hurt. There's only a couple places that hurt, but the rest of it, and honestly, okay, so I get my whole body done except for, this area. From the time I walk in the door and walk out, I've been there 15 minutes.
Wow. That's amazing.
It takes no time at all.
So what is an average price range? I mean, obviously you don't have to divulge what you paid, but just to give the listeners some idea, I imagine it's somewhat costly.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, no. You pay generally, let's say, $1,200 to $1,500 one time for a lifetime package. That is places that offer a lifetime. I don't want to say subscription, because you're not constantly paying. Right. Just a one-time fee of $1,200 to $1,500, and then you can go for the rest of your life if you want to. If they're still there. And so $1,200 to $1,500 to go forever and never have to shave, never have to buy razors, shaving cream, never have to worry about it. I definitely think it is a deal.
Well, in all honesty, I'm glad that I asked, because I envisioned it being, $10,000 or $20,000. Mm-hmm. So so it is much more reasonable than I anticipated, and obviously it's a luxury. It's not necessarily, not everybody can afford it, but if you can, that's exciting.
Right.
I'm going to put that as a gift. I'm going to put that on my to-do list. Because when we cut ourselves shaving and the more sensitive areas, that hurts too. So
it does. And I got tired of that. And so I got it as a gift. And it was one of the best gifts I've ever received.
It's a good one. I mean, think about the savings on the Band-Aids alone.
Yes. The creams and the gels.
So that's funny. So yeah, great. And I suppose we have hair that, for women in particular, I mean, we don't, we don't have a lot of hair, and some women do, but I don't particularly have a lot of hair. And I'm sure I have some, but it would be interesting on my arms or my back, and
Yeah.
see if it hurts, because that's not something I would typically shave.
Right.
All right, something to look forward to. That's a new hairless, and that sounds fun. Are there any risks? Let me ask you this. I mean, is this something that you know? Is there any risk uh, of skin cancer with the laser treatments? Are they UV free?
So there wasn't, when we went over risks, they really just want you to stay out of the sun for 2 or 3 days after you get lasered. I'm sure that because the laser's going into your skin, that having sun exposure after that can worsen the chances of skin cancer. But as far as the laser's pretty safe. You can have some sensitivity, but they go over that with you, and then they check in with you and make sure that you haven't had any issues. They don't want you, they want you to be careful what you put on your skin after you are lasered. And yeah, other than, well, and you wear goggles, so you're not getting any sun laser exposure to your eyes. But other than that, it's pretty safe.
So it's so interesting to me, because I know I believe I spoke about this on the show, that a couple of times, there were two instances in my life when I lost a significant portion of my hair. I won't say all, but certainly a lot. And it was, it's a very traumatic time. But one of the therapies that brings the hair back is laser therapy. So it's interesting. It takes it off and brings it back.
Yeah, that
So
is
that's an
interesting.
concept. Yeah, that's interesting. So what is out there? Oh, well, you want now what? Now we're going to talk about the self tanners. Another thing I'm interested in. So all three of these topics I'm in. I don't know if it's helping anybody else, but I'm in.
Yes. Okay. So last week we talked about getting spray tans. And let me I have some info that I got from my spray tan specialist. She is doing organic spray tans. I have not had a spray tan in probably a year, a little over a year. I was really excited that she had an organic option. It is called Cosmo Handheld Solution. I'm going to try to show this to y'all if I can get in
Yeah, we
here.
can see it. Yep.
Yeah. So it says naturally derived and organic ingredients, organic alcohol derived from sugarcane, aloe leaf juice for long-lasting moisture. Vitamin C helps firming, brightening, smoothing of the skin and lock in moisture. Vitamin E and tomato extract and cranberry extract provide healing, anti-aging, antioxidants.
Right.
And then it has a quick drying formula. It is paraben-free, gluten-free, sulfate-free, non-comedogenic, and 100% vegan. So I was all about that.
Yeah,
I've been very protective of my skin over the last 2 years. And I will say it lasts, like I still have spray tan on, which I was dark before my spray tan, but I wanted to keep up with my brother because he's beautiful and tan and all of the things. So I got a spray tan before he came to town, and I was very pleased. It did not have me looking orange. It worked just as well as the regular spray tan that I've always gotten has. It smelled amazing, which I was surprised because normally spray tan smells a certain way. And then she had this gold glitter dust.
Really?
Not
That's exciting.
heavy gold glitter, but very light gold, shimmer glitter.
Oh my gosh.
And she put it on me, and it helped dry it, keep it from being sticky, and it was organic too. So it was a whole experience.
That sounds like it. Now, is this something, now when we're saying spray tan, this is, you have to go, this isn't something you would do, you're doing at home, this one.
Right.
Right.
I went and to a spa and was sprayed by a person.
Exciting. Now, I wonder if that's a product that's used across the country and not necessarily just there in your area. We'll have to look that up. Well, I mean, people will have to ask at their own spray tanning spots, and maybe you can recommend it or suggest it. If they don't carry it, I would ask that they do carry it if you're interested in an organic product. And I think most people today are. If you're going for a spray tan, you're already caring about your skin and you know, most likely the environment. I mean, people do care about that. Not the environment, but I mean the chemicals in the environment of their body, what they're putting into their own selves.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
So this is by Norvell, and Norvell is a very popular company with people across the world who are doing spray tans. And they're the ones that came out with this organic spray tan. I have a little, well, you can see that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the organic symbol over here, and then it's by Norvell, and it's Vivid Cosmo is the tan. And so I would think that people everywhere would have access to it.
Exciting. That is exciting. Yeah, I'm going to try that too. So I'm going to be tanner, hairless, and those are my two things. And I'm going to have fabulous lashes. I actually have a lash serum here and I don't know the name of it, and I'll have to bring it out. I always say I'm going to take it out, and it was actually mine was pretty pricey. I don't know if it's pricey, but I recall at the time it was probably about $100, and I haven't used it yet. So, and I don't know if it's that formula. What did you call it again?
The Capixel.
Yeah, the Capixel. I don't know if it's Capixel, but I did get it through the place where I get my hair done, and they deal with hair loss products and things of that nature. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it's Capixelated. If not, I'll have to call her out on it.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know what
I will.
Yours is made out of.
So, and here's another thing that they're considering doing now, in addition to this serum. And I don't know if you've heard of this, but this is something that I'm thinking of doing, is a lash lift.
Yes.
So, as opposed to the false eyelashes or the extenders, or so they do the lash lift in conjunction with the serum. That's something they do.
So when I first started using the serum, my lashes grew, and I have a picture somewhere. I'll have to find it and repost it for everybody that's following me on my business page. My lashes were so long, it looks like I have lash extensions, but I don't. And that was the lash serum, and I also got a lash lift and tint. And it looked like spiders. I mean, they were like touching like my eyebrow. Wow. Kind of like even longer than these extensions that I have on right now. They were so long. I was very impressed.
All right. So I'm going to try it now. I was skeptical. I'm going to try it. So
yes, you should.
I don't know if you're going to recognize me next week. I'm just putting that out there. And then I'll be wearing the winged eyeliner. We're going to be a completely different person. And Justin, we see all of your comments, and thank you. So I do appreciate those, but yeah. So you're right. All of those things are and those celebrities do care about beauty. So we appreciate your joining in, and you're always a great fan of ours. So what's trending now? Are we going to move into the trending topics, or let's move into what's trending in the world of wellness. What did you find out this week?
So I found, it's called, okay, so I found something from Denmark, and
This is the self-care in other cultures?
This is this. Oh, what did you say? You said trending, didn't you?
Well, we can switch it up.
No, we could do. Okay, so the trending is the liner. I want to try this reverse winged liner that I'm seeing on social media.
All right.
And I thought, how much fun would it be if we tried it live?
All right, we're doing it now. I got to get my supplies.
Yes,
All right,
we're
hold
doing
on.
it. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I'm going to go get a mirror really quick.
All right, I got mine. Oh boy.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, thank you, Justin. I do want to bring up Justin's comment. This is so sweet. Joanne, you smile a lot and look happy and you're a lot of fun. So thank you, Justin. I do appreciate that. And so, Justin, if you want to get your mirror and try to test out the eyeliner, we'd be fine with that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So we want comment and let us know if you've seen the trend, tried the trend, have thought about trying the trend, but you just don't know how. Let us know. So what they do is that they put like a little V in the corner. Y'all, I haven't worn liner in years. This is going to be interesting.
All right, let's see. I haven't worn it either.
Oh no, I just broke my eyeliner.
We're off to a great start.
Well, and that's how it starts, people.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. I don't even think I've ever worn liquid eyeliner. So this is going to be.
Okay.
All
So
right,
they put a little V right there, or not a V, but a line, and they put a little line in the front corner.
Okay.
This already looks terrible.
On the inside corner.
And then they line their eye, and then they like smudge it in.
Okay. Ooh, I already have way too much.
Same. And so then I have a little the makeup session hour. Yeah, Justin. Then I have a little brush, a smudgy brush.
And I'm trying not to do what all women do and open our mouths while we're putting it out.
I just did that.
Okay. I kind of feel a little goth.
I kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so one leg looks okay. All right, now I got to smudge it in. The smudging is going to be tough.
Hour is like a makeup. It is. The makeup hour is like a makeup show on live TV.
Yeah, wait till next week when we're taking all of our makeup off.
I know. And we look like zombies.
Okay. All right, so I don't like that.
Somehow I just took it off with my smudger. I smudged it all the way off.
Yeah, mine doesn't. I don't know if I have the right smudger brush.
I know I don't. I'm just trying to get creative.
Let me try this one.
The zombie apocalypse. Tim Fielder. Wait.
What did I walk into?
What did I walk into?
Well, Tim, since you're a big fan of our show,
Tim slowly backs away and shuts the door.
And then, Tim, we're trying out the product we said we were going to try out last week. So we're doing the new reverse winged eyeliner if you want to join us. And Tim had a great question for us today, and we can weigh in on that too, Tim. Tim wanted to know if he should grow a mustache, but
yes,
I don't know. I think you're saying yes.
Yeah, you can always shave it off.
Yeah, true. I said no. But I don't know. So he has the shaved head look. So sometimes I think that looks like you're overcompensating when you have that.
Oh,
So that's so there we are. Oh, and Justin's saying it would be a creeper mustache. Katie's weighing in. All right, Tim. There's another opinion. Thank you, Katie. Justin is saying we're the hottest hostesses. Thank you, Justin.
Justin.
Oh, he's saying I could be a supermodel. My gosh,
So
Justin.
there.
I don't know if I would go that far, but thank you.
Oh, I would definitely agree. Okay.
All right. So I don't have it in the corner, right? You look good.
I only have this eye done, but it keeps coming off. Like I keep smudging it completely off.
we might have to practice this more during the week and then give some more tips.
I need someone to weigh in who has done this successfully.
I think it looks better before we smudge it.
Me too.
Okay, I don't know how to smudge it. So
Maybe they smudge it with actual eyeshadow.
maybe we might have to do some. We might have to do some. And I look like I have too much blush on now when I'm turning my eye. Yeah, so all right.
Well,
All right. Well,
it looks like I've been working out today, is what it looks like.
And it kind of looks like one of those football people. the black. This is a sports station, so Justin's making me feel so nice. I could enter a beauty pageant. Thank you, Justin. All right. Well, at least with one eye I could. The other eye. Now look at Brooklyn. Brooklyn looks amazing.
Well, that's from far away. Y'all should be in my mirror right now. It's not cute.
Oh gosh. All right, I'm gonna have to work on mine.
Yes, same.
But it was fun to give it a shot.
It was. I've been wanting to try it. Like, why not? Why not do it on camera?
Why not? We'll have to put this on TikTok. But the only problem, well, we could talk about it later, but when we have the dual screens on TikTok, the cover is just the line in between us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to maybe do a different cover show. So Justin is saying Brooklyn and Joanne we could do a coast to coast women's beauty pageant.
I'm ready. All right, I've never done a beauty pageant, but
why not? All right, so that went fairly well. So my trending topic has nothing to do with makeup. Mine has to do with, I read an article about home fitness gyms and they're here to stay. They don't think that people are going to be going back to the gym in limited numbers, and really even during COVID. I mean, I had some equipment, but I was beefing up. I have a kettlebell now. I have some, not a lot of free weights. Even during the pandemic, you couldn't buy the weights. I bought some on Marketplace. I went to get 8-pound weights. I think I paid a fortune for them, like $50 because you couldn't find them. So yeah. I agree. I think that, I believe that home gyms are here to stay. What do you think?
I think they are for sure. I think even virtual coaching, like hire someone to kind of hold you accountable. My problem is I can work out at home all day. I'm really good at it, but it's holding myself accountable. If I'm promising myself, I'm less likely to actually follow through with a workout than I am if I just have somebody who's there to hold me accountable and make sure that I'm doing workouts. That's really why I ever had a trainer. I love a home gym. I have way more time to work out at home than I do actually going somewhere. It's just the accountability part. And so, maybe you have a buddy that you're both challenging each other to complete something during the week. And maybe that's how you hold yourself accountable. But absolutely, I'm seeing a lot more online fitness instructors that you can go to on YouTube or TikTok and watch them and then go home, or watch them from home and do their workout routines without having to go to a gym.
Agreed. So during COVID in particular, I was before COVID, I would go to the gym every morning and then I would go to the spin class right afterwards and to do the strength training, then the spin. And then once COVID hit, it was really hard to stay motivated. Um, the spinning did come back around and I did, and they went virtual and I did do that. But getting back into the strength training, I think is really difficult. So even now, the reason I do go in the morning is because my sister calls me, texts me at 5 a.m. every day to get me up. So I think that when one or the other of us aren't going, and I'll give you an update because I said I'm going to be a big girl and go by myself tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And if you don't go, you get fined. You get a fee. I don't want to say fine, but it's like a penalty because you're taking a spot out of somebody else in the class. There's only room for 36, so I have to pay that hefty $15. So. Even that doesn't prompt me to get up that often, but a buddy, having my sister as my accountability partner certainly works. So maybe that'll be our challenge this week. If you're at least on my end of the bargain, my end of the table, if you're using excuses to work out, I'm going to challenge you to get an accountability partner, perhaps.
Yep, that's a good challenge.
I agree. So
find an accountability buddy.
All right, so that'll be mine. Let's talk about our challenges from last week. Did you go on a hike at all?
So because my sister was coming in and my brother was coming in and it was my son's birthday, I did not. But I found 2 buddies that are local that want to go hiking. And so we are getting together this week to plan not a trip because we're going to stay pretty local, like within 30 minutes, but I'm going to get together with each of them separately and go hiking twice. So I did find some accountability buddies for hiking that will go with me. And
So I'm going to admit I did not go hiking either. I did go for a walk. But I wouldn't consider it a hike. It was a fairly long walk, an hour, but it wasn't a hike. I had a pretty busy weekend and I was planning on doing it Sunday. Then of course my cousin came into town and so I did the party instead, which has certainly has, I can hike anytime. I can only see him once every couple of years.
Right.
But I should have gotten it in. And I almost said I was going to try to get up early today and do it, but I just didn't have the time because I have to really go on a hike. I have to drive a half hour and it just wouldn't work. But all right, so I'm gonna build on that. I did do 15 minutes of something I love. I will say that. Remember that was our challenge from the prior time, and I think that I'm going to say that was. I loved getting together and taking that walk and talking to some friends. So that was fun.
Well, good.
And you had a ton of time, more than 15 minutes, right? So we got 1 out of 2. We did. So that's progress. And so you want to talk about the self-care, or you want to talk about what do you want to challenge people to do?
I want to challenge people to, I think, I love the accountability partner. What is a good challenge? Let me see. I don't think I had. It's hard to think of challenges when we're not talking about, like, just sitting here thinking. It's hard to think of like a challenge.
Well, we're going to be doing the and I have it right here actually, our zombie pack next week.
Yes,
you can see that. So we can challenge folks to pick a skincare product that they're fond of, or try a new skincare product. That would be something interesting. Or even pick this up and try it with us. If anybody's interested, you can get this online. It's pretty reasonable. It's very reasonable. We don't want to, I don't know if you want to talk about that, but we can talk about this in next week. What a great find this was.
It was a great find.
And you get all the credit for that. But so Justin's saying we should do a PT test, which is like football, sit-ups and push-ups. I think we're going to save that for the fitness show challenge. We're into the pampering ourselves challenge.
That's Justin. Right. That's
So
right.
think about it. You can think of a different challenge, but so let's segue into the self-care. What did you come up with? Self-care around the world. We can get into that.
Yes. So I thought this was really interesting that they actually, okay, so I think it's called Hygie. It's Hyggge, and it is a Danish word. It means comfort, warmth, or goodness. And that is what they do for self care in Denmark. They practice Hygie. That's probably wrong. If anybody knows, feel free to comment and correct me, but I think that's what it's called. So they re energize themselves by surrounding themselves with cozy, aesthetically pleasing places, warm blankets, something comfortable, pillows, feng shui. They just make their surroundings very comfortable and cozy, and they incorporate it into their lifestyle for a daily dose of self care. And they appreciate the simple things like a soft blanket, giving yourself 30 minutes on the couch with a soft blanket and just relaxing, decompressing. And one of the things that I talk about in my business is that self care, how important it is, but it also doesn't have to cost a fortune. So, getting in the bathtub for 30 minutes and relaxing with a candle, that's very low cost. Practicing hygiene and getting just a really soft blanket and sitting in your favorite chair, or maybe you want to sit outside on your outdoor furniture and just enjoy nature and wrap up in a cozy blanket, or have a cup of coffee while you're sitting on the couch. Those are all forms of self-care, and I just really loved that they appreciate and acknowledge the more simple aspect of self-care, and not necessarily products and going on vacations and going to the spa, but they take it down to a more basic form and really, soak it in and make it a part of their everyday routines.
I love that too. I actually read about it a little bit about that too this week, and about the hot cocoa. It sounded perfect to me. Warm socks, hot cocoa,
Yep.
And a great blanket. And I read about something similar. So I read about, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this wrong as well, the Shinrin Yoku, which is loosely translated to forest bathing. And essentially, it sounds like it's going out into the woods or immersing yourself in nature. It's not necessarily about hiking, but it's just
Ooh.
going out there and appreciating the trees and walk through the area slowlessly and aimlessly, and that's what they practice out there. So I love that idea. Just
Yes.
going out, and there's a perfect area here, and it's called the Avenue of the Pines. It just has these huge tall trees, and you just walk down, and I think it's very cathartic too, just to spend some time, even if you're alone, and a few moments. I prefer the morning, or right at dusk. I think those two times are really
Yeah.
appealing to me and beautiful. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to be doing some. They call it, the translation is forest bathing, but all right, Shinrin Yoku. I'm going to give it a shot.
I challenge everyone to forest bathe.
That's a good one. All
Yes,
right.
even if it's 10 minutes. See, it's easier to challenge when we're talking about, like when we're in the talk show talking about everything, than it is for me to come up with one outside of it. So,
Absolutely. And then we can do the high G in the winter. That sounds like perfect winter one. We can.
yes.
It won't even be much of a challenge. I'll be doing it every night then.
I know. It's like not a challenge at all.
So perfect. So all right. So now what? What do we want to talk about for next week? What else do we have on tap? What can we talk about? Just anything in current events.
Yes.
What's happening in your area?
So,
What
we did our weekly challenge. So let's just kind of touch on maybe some topics that are coming up. So what I do like throughout the week is anything that I come across or questions that I get asked, or topics that come up at the salon, at the spa. I write them down for future topics. And I would love for anybody to reach out to me or Joanne and, give us any topics you want to talk about or anything that you've come across that you're interested in. But last week you were talking about the drinking rose water. And I have, the rose skincare line that I've tried that's in store, but I'm interested to drink the rose water. So maybe that's, if anybody has drank rose water before, yes.
Yeah,
And I have mine
We're
is
gonna try that. Right?
yes, mine's on the way. So I want to do that in the future, in the next couple of episodes. I'm really excited about that. And I have been trying, we talked about products that it's going to take a little while to see the effects of, and talking about them on the show. I have started getting on a natural thyroid supplement, I guess you could call it. And so I'm really excited to maybe in a month or so kind of talk about the how I was feeling and then how I'm feeling now on the drops, because they are drops, they're thyroid drops. And and I want to go into, I was reading my list over here. I want to go into the melanoma and the eye color. I want us to look into it and kind of talk about it too.
Okay, great. I was just thinking about something when you said somebody was speaking to me actually this week about depression. And I asked them, well, is it clinical depression or is it just something that you're feeling? Is it a diagnosed depression?
Mm-hmm.
And they said no. And I think it's just really based on a lifestyle and circumstances. And
Mm-hmm.
and I've taken in the past SAM-E, which is a natural mood elevator. I'd like to talk about that and really look into that and see if that really is that an organic product? Is there an organic alternative to that? It has helped me in the past, and sometimes I take it, and sometimes I take it with that SAMe and B. I think it's a complex B together, and it really does work to help elevate my mood. And I think, but I want to do a little research into that, and let's talk about that too.
Yeah, I'm adding it to the list right now.
Because if we can help people, we're not doctors, of course, and we're not pharmacists, but I think that those are for people we're just giving our opinions and advice and talking about what works for us.
Yes.
You're welcome to try it, and anything is a supplement you may want to. We recommend and advise that you consult with your physician before you try it, but
Right.
it's something that has worked, and it's an alternative to prescribed medication in some instances. And of course, that doesn't work for diagnosable conditions, but
Right.
for seasonal, if you're just feeling a little down in the dumps or a little bit blue, it may be very helpful.
Mm-hmm. So another thing that I did this week was I got my IUD taken out because my son turned 5, and so they're good for 5 years, and it is a form of birth control. I am very curious to see. I'm really excited about this. I'm curious to see what it has done to my body over the last 5 years and how I'm going to change as far as my mood, my energy, hormones, all of the things. And hopefully it it positively impacts my life to have gotten it taken out this past week. I do feel a little better. It's only been a couple of days, and I don't know if I'm just psyching myself up about it or if it's actually making me feel better. So I'll check in with you guys. I want to kind of talk about that in the next couple of episodes anyway, because I did read an article a couple days ago that said, and I'm sure it was just one of those things that popped up on my phone because I was getting my IUD out and talking about birth control and how it affected my body. But the title of it was Birth Control and How It Affects Your Body. And so I want to kind of go into that in the next couple of weeks when I kind of get a feel for how I'm feeling now. I'm starting a new birth control, and I'm just very interested because we don't know exactly what the cause is. I had a baby, and then 2 weeks later, or however many weeks that they make you wait before you can get back on birth control, got on birth control. So I don't know if it was my baby because I was a first time mom, or if it was my IUD. I did both for the very first time, and that was 5 years ago. So I'm anxious to see what's going to happen. I'm anxious to see how this is going to change my life or not, and what the future kind of holds for that.
I think that's an interesting topic, and I can speak to my experiences. I mean, too, as well. I don't take birth control anymore, but when I did, I took it for a long time, and so when I got off, I'll be curious to see how it impacts you. But at the end, before I stopped taking it, before I had my children, I was getting horrific headaches. And I had just been on it so long, and it did improve my life by getting off. And then, of course, I had children, and I used a different type of method that didn't use any. Well, I'll just say it. We moved to condoms so that it just was easier and easier for me.
Yeah. And we're gonna, it's a whole episode. Okay. It really is. But I don't really even want to get back on birth control. But we're just going to kind of play around with it for a little bit. I'm starting new birth control tomorrow, actually. And I'm going to see what changes are happen. And then by the time I get done with this birth control, if I've felt a change, depending on how that goes, we'll either stay on it or get off of it. I kind of didn't want to do any birth control at all, but I'm terrified to just use condoms right now. I'm not ready to have another kid. I don't know if I want any more kids. So we're just going to play around with it. But I feel like I'm going to see a positive change in my life, and I'm very excited about it. So we'll talk about it. I'll keep everybody posted.
All right, perfect. That'll be interesting to see too, because you'll have to tell us your new method, because I would see because they're both hormone induced typically, so yeah. It'll be interesting to see. Perfect. So, and even having children, the decision not to have any more children, sometimes that's controversial. We have people who ask us not me anymore, but hey, when are you going to have another baby? I think that's an interesting topic. I think it's somewhat intrusive, and people don't realize that that's a personal decision. And sometimes when you're asking people, particularly when they're newly married, you don't even know. Sometimes women can't have children. I struggle with some fertility issues, and I think that's a topic too. We could talk about one day about sensitivity in regard to women and reproduction, just in general.
I have people that openly shame me for not wanting to have any more kids. I have one son. My husband has a daughter who we love very much, and so my son has a sister, but they want me to have another kid. And I just, I don't know 100% sure that I'm done having children, but I haven't wanted any more kids. I have no desire to have more kids right now. I am keeping the option open just for a couple more years. But I do have people that will openly tell me that I'm being selfish because I don't want any more kids. And it is just bizarre to me why somebody would say that, because what's right for you might not be right for me.
And it's none of their business, quite frankly.
Right. And it's none of their business.
Yeah. So we could have a conversation about that. I'm sure that there are many women who would resonate with that topic. Mm-hmm. Certainly. And I think too, early on when I was having children, and unfortunately, and life works out the way it does, I had 2 miscarriages, and you'd have no idea what people are doing when they're trying to have children. And it's such a sensitive topic that, my advice is not to ask. My advice is, mind your own, mind your business. But so not that that's a funny topic, it's not. But I think it's very difficult for people to say mind your own business, or it's none of your business, or push it on people in their families. So that's an interesting concept and topic, and I'd be very interested to see if there is any difference since they're both. You'll have to look at the new product that you're on and the old product and see if there's a difference in And I think the IUD works entirely differently. It just has a very low dosage of hormones in it. I
Right.
believe. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Interesting to see. All right, so next week we're looking forward to it. We have the face masks. That's going to be exciting.
I can't wait.
This week you saw us putting makeup on. Next week you're going to see us with no makeup.
Yep. I will get on here with no makeup and I will put the facial on and it'll be a show.
All right, so are we starting out with that, or we're going to come on with makeup? Maybe we should come on with makeup and then wipe it off and show the difference.
We can.
So then we're not makeup free for the whole episode. We'll look good for the first half. Then we'll put slather on the stuff, and so we'll have to think about it.
Let me see where. Okay, cool. So we can do the product testing right before our challenge. Well,
and I don't care. We can come on makeup free. I'm fine with that.
Well, I'm just thinking, how long is it going to take to dry, and how long should we give it between putting it on and ending the show?
Can you imagine Tim Fielder coming into that next week?
That would be hilarious.
I'll give him some warning. I'll give the guy some warning.
Yeah.
Coming into next week. All right. So that's something we have 3 minutes left. I'm going to let you close it out. We just I'll thank everybody who tuned in. Thank you, Katie. And we can't see everybody. We know we have some live viewers and we're not sure who everybody is, but thank you, Katie. Thank you, Justin. Thanks, Tim, for hopping on, and anybody else is out there. And, feel free to reach out to us on the back. And now we're going to be working on our TikTok, and hopefully we'll get that up and going. We have I put a couple small clips of last week's episode on. I'm definitely gonna have to put a little video of us putting on our makeup. Yep. That'll be fun. And then what do you think? What do you want to say to close it out?
I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Even if you're watching the replay, we appreciate you guys so much. And I look forward to seeing everybody next Monday at 5 p.m. Central Time for our next show for the zombie facial. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope you guys have a great week.
All right. And then I just want to thank you, Brooklyn. It's always a pleasure. And it's, like I say every week, I'm going to close every week. I feel more beautiful inside and out when I'm sitting next to you. So that's going to be my closing tagline. And of course, Justin saying, well, I do like this idea. Justin saying to show us your feet on TikTok. I don't necessarily want to show our feet, but I would like to do throw this on our list. To do an episode on the foot care products. So, a lot of people can't get to the spa, but there's a lot of decent foot care products out there. So we'll close with that. And of course, I can't end a show without thanking Chris behind the scenes. He's the producer with the best. Oh man, just got off work and I missed the show. Oh. Let's see, who's that, Adam? So Adam, you missed it. Tim walked in.
That's okay. Watch the replay.
We were testing out you watch the replay, you can see some great tips on how to put on eyeliner. You can see it next week we're going to be testing out a facial mask. So great. You can catch us on the replay, and we'll check everybody out next week. You can play us out, Chris. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.